So today we're giving you a 5-week update on these, our Cornish Cross broiler chickens. That's coming up next. Hello everyone, this is Dwayne with Edge of Nowhere Farm, and we're coming to you today on Wednesday. 5 weeks ago, these little guys arrived here on the farm. So this is our 5-week update on our Cornish Cross broiler chickens, and this is going to be a pretty quick one because there's not really a whole lot to talk about. So just to kind of recap what's happened over the last week, number one, I'm in here because we don't have a heat lamp. So we were able to kill the heat lamp. I think we killed it on Thursday or Friday of last week, so they've been without heat and they're doing just fine. We usually stop the heat no matter what at about between 4 and 5 weeks, and it was nice and warm, so definitely no need for a heat lamp. They're growing really, really well. We did have one loss, so we did lose one last night. We think we know which one it was because we had one that was actually in our chickie ICU, and it actually had survived, but it was having a hard time breathing, and so I don't know if it had ascites, which is congestive heart failure basically. It was breathing like that because we've had some happen, or we've had that happen with a few of the birds over the last several batches. But so we did lose one, but either way, otherwise they're doing really good. So we got some varying sizes, and in our update next week, we'll talk a little bit about what we do with that. But overall, they're doing really good. I just moved the tractor, so they're chowing down on their greens. They're starting to get kind of lazy, as this breed usually does. They get kind of fat and happy, and that's exactly where they're at now. But they're eating their greens right now. They're drinking plenty of water. One thing that we keep an eye on at this point is we keep an eye on how much manure and the manure load that's going on to the ground. Eventually, we will split these up. We've got, I think, right at about 40 birds in here now, which is a little bit too much to finish them in this tractor altogether. So we'll cover more of that next week. But they're eating really well. They're eating a lot. In fact, we have their feed pulled now because we're putting them on a cycled feed. So they're on feed for 12 hours and off for 12. So this is their 12 hours off. We time that on purpose with the tractor move. So we move the tractor and we pull the feed. So that really encourages them to eat greens and bugs and all the stuff that's down in here because they're still hungry. They'll continue to do that for the next couple hours till it gets dark, and then they'll be doing that in the morning as well. So they're getting their greens, and we're kind of encouraging that. But we are having to increase their feed intake. We have a second feeding tray that we put in here for them now because they're getting through that whole tray before one of us gets home from work. So we added a second tray, and that's really about it. The water's just fine, so they're getting through that 5-gallon bucket, or not completely through it by the time we get home. So we're able to ensure that we have water the entire time. So thank you for joining us today. Hopefully you enjoyed this quick update on our Cornish Cross broiler chickens. And hey, if you've got any questions or comments, please leave them down in the comment section below. We really do love to hear from you guys. And again, suggestions, we'll take them. So we do have some experience with this, but I'll tell you what, if you got some suggestions for us, please leave those down below. We really love to see those. So this has been Dwayne and Lori reminding you, if we can farm on the edge of nowhere, so can you. All right, so today we're gonna give you our 5-week update on these little guys. And not quite so little. These are our Cornish Cross. Man, I feel like I'm trying to say Rice Krispies. You're chatty.